If you don't know who I am by now, then I'm gonna tell you. I'm your boy, Sid, and that's your host. This together we are Thoughts from Your Boy podcast.
Hey, that was right on time. That music. There, there.
All right. So, what are we talking about?
Uh-oh.
Screaming out, let's talk.
Sarah, what's up? How you
What are we
doing?
talking about? We're talking about
We alive.
Dos
Hey.
Equis Amber. Giving free promotion today. Dos Equis Amber and Albanese gummies
Gummies that eat like a worm.
and
What's up, Las
LA
Vegas?
paraphernalia.
Antonio Dominguez, what's up, bro?
Yep.
Sarah Newman, what's up? How you
We
doing?
doing it like that. LA paraphernalia. Yeah. Um, we sending a shout out to the homie
Please don't get blocked. Don't get blocked.
because he passed his exam.
Big shout out, man. Big shout out, y'all. Big shout out to me. You know, I passed my exam, y'all, my certification exam. So I'm officially certified. I studied really, really hard. Passed it on my first shot. That was important. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I definitely did that. Big shout out to everybody who supported me, who had my back, who asked me if I was studying, who was checking on me. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to everybody. It's a lot of people, too many people in the name, but just know that there's a lot of people checking on me and stuff, and that meant a lot. That means a lot. So thank y'all. Thank everybody who did that.
Now, for y'all that are not tuned in or just started watching the video, welcome to the channel. I'm gonna reintroduce ourselves one more time.
Y'all,
This is
I'm about to go, but I will be right back, y'all.
I'm your boy Sid. That's your host. This we scream. Let's talk. What are we talking about? This.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I like how you did that. I like how you did that. Yeah. We are talking about tonight. Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
I want to get the title right.
I got you.
Okay.
So for y'all just coming in the room, how do y'all feel about our puppet and his master? Ooh. What puppet are we talking about?
Ooh.
Hey, Dis, tell them what puppet we talking about and what master.
So we are talking about Elon Musk and the things that he's doing currently, being a part of the presidential team, I guess you would say.
But if you're gonna say that, you still gotta identify who's the puppet and who's the master.
Well, in this case, that's part of the question right there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Who's the puppet and who's the master? That's part of it. I think that's important.
Like the Last Dragon. Show enough. Who's the master?
Who's the master?
Who's the master?
Right.
Well,
right.
In my opinion, my own humble opinion, I think the master is Elon. Even though he got kicked out of his own country and some kind of way became a Canadian/American, but he's really dictating some bullshit going on. But let's talk about it.
Let's talk about that.
So the
what
only
y'all think about that?
That the puppet might have did by itself was get rid of the federal agents, or trying to. But that master of his, that master is trying to get rid of the people that navigate the flight system. It's so much, I don't know where to start. The school system, the system that helps take care of its people. What is that? Healthcare, welfare, disability,
all
SSI.
of it. Right. A little bit of everything.
But I know the people that put the puppet in play did not know that the master had that much power.
And before we get deep off into this, y'all, let me say this. We didn't send out no invites tonight. So if you are currently in the chat or you're going to be in the chat, we want to say thank you. That means that you got us locked in. You got your notifications on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't always just wait on us to send out notifications to you or send the link to you.
Right.
So thank you for that. And I'm going to say this a few more times during this live, just in case y'all do jump on. But for the ones who are in the building right now, thank you. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We know that y'all been rocking with us. We did not send out the link to anybody tonight purposefully. Yeah. It's just a heat check. This is a heat check. You know what I'm saying? We want to see who rocking with us. So we did not send it out. But let's continue. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Since we having such a
dynamic conversation.
Exactly.
All the things being taken away, granted, may be or may not be important to you. But I'm sure you know someone, just one person that it's affecting, not in a good way. So, what is your solution? What is your, what is your delta? Yeah, he's an idiot billionaire, don't care about regular folk. He don't care about the race, but control and power. Now, see, here's my thing. You're right. You are absolutely right, Delta. But the thing about it is, the last person that had to do this was John D. Rockefeller. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And it's crazy because John D. Rockefeller not only tried to dictate what the school system was teaching the kids to turn them into better workers and not thinkers. But he was also trying to take over America. Now, maybe I'm crazy, or maybe this is just a reach,
right,
all the way around my back.
All the way around?
But I think Elon's trying to take over America, too.
And that'll get us, yeah.
Okay. But this is just a video. But yeah, when I posted,
but up here.
Oh, it's on that one, too? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was in that one, yeah.
All right.
That'll definitely,
We don't need no more strikes.
Hell no. Lord knows, we get them.
So, like I said, it might be a reach what's behind the scenes. And believe it or not,
we are in Bama.
Elon is behind the scenes too. He just has a visual voice. Like he's I understand what you're saying, Doug. He was more behind the scenes. But Elon is behind the scenes and in front of the camera at the same time, trying to take over America. What do y'all think about that?
And that's true. He has so much to say, and he has so much power that it's really ridiculous that this man has that much power. You know,
power, control. So money rules the world.
Yes, it really does. I mean, the type of money he got, that man has absolute power. He's making decisions. He's sending out emails to federal workers and stuff like that, and government
corporations,
workers, and telling them to do certain things, and the president is backing that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Now, yes. I understand, right, the puppet, right. We're going to say that so we won't get, right. And it's crazy, though, because on one hand, they said that it's too many federal workers, and they're trying to make sure that they're not paying people who don't exist, or they're trying to make sure that they're paying people whose job actually is relevant. You know what I'm saying? I understand that to a certain extent, and that actually makes sense because you hear the stories about people who've been dead for 50 years and people still drawing the check off of them and stuff like that, right?
What?
Oh, yeah, and you hear that some of these departments don't actually do anything, but they make big money. Okay, I get that.
What?
But for
in
Tesla,
America?
you're going to say that, for Tesla to be the one making that call and deciding to do that and the puppet to go with it, and it's like,
in America?
You're giving this man all this power? No one man should have all this power. Like, come on.
Stop
now.
Tripping. I'm turning off the powder.
Right. It is sick. Brooklyn is sick. It don't make sense. Who's tripping
off the powder?
Right. This shit just don't make sense that this man can just come in here and just say X, Y, and Z, and then it happened.
And he said Elon's from Africa. He is. He's a African American.
African Canadian American.
They're letting an African American take over America. This shit needs to be televised.
And it is. All over the TV. All
The
over the news
revolution
and
has
everything.
been begun.
Right. The revolution has definitely been televised, y'all. Definitely. But once again, let me say this. I told you I'm gonna keep saying this periodically. Thank you for everybody who had their
Thank you for being
notifications
loyal
right
to us, because we really did not send
we
out
didn't send out
invites tonight.
any invites tonight.
And it's crazy because this is going to be a very controversial topic,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people are going to be like, "Man, why you didn't send me the invite?" And
Yep.
I'm gonna be like, "You watch it every week.
Right.
By now, you should know
Right.
to have subscribe, hit the notification bell, so
Yep.
you know when we drop a show. But it's not even so you know, because we drop shows every Wednesday, every other Monday. We be
Appreciate y'all
at
tuning in. I'm
LaBrisa
your boy Sam. I'm out of
every
time.
Wednesday. They serve us good food. We tip them. But the puppet and the master, the world is being controlled by African American, and there's a lot of people who did not understand the severity of what that really means. And,
Right.
And on a lighter side, just a lighter note, like who would have thought that an African American would plot to take over America?
And listen, y'all. I hope y'all catching the sarcasm when he say African American. Like you got to know that Tesla is literally by definition, an African Canadian American.
Gotta definitely probably know that Tesla is probably Africa land. You know, maybe y'all don't know. So when companies do business in America, they get, I forgot what it's called exactly. Maybe say it can help me. I mean, maybe this can help me. But basically, when you operate a company that's from another country, the land that you build your company on is exempt for taxes because it's not considered American soil. It's considered whatever place that they come from. Tesla comes from Africa.
Canada. Well, the business.
Okay.
The business.
The business comes from Canada.
But the
So
man is from
the company
Africa.
is Canadian, and all its workers are contract employees.
Because I do understand that particular person did not start Tesla. Understand this, that he did not start Tesla. He purchased Tesla. Someone else. And it wasn't, now, he put in the work and blew it up. He got it up to a certain point, and Elon came and bought it from him. And y'all can go look this up if you think it's cap. He paid the man. He paid the man, you know what I'm saying, like a nice little chunk of change, and sold it. So he didn't start Tesla. Now he took it to where it's at. But he didn't start it. He didn't initially grow it. He didn't come up with the idea. No, this is from someone else.
Someone else's brain house and group.
Right.
All right, check it out though. Check it out. Not only did he do that, but did you know that the puppet's placement is up for sale? And I know y'all thinking I'm crazy when I call the puppet and the master, but think about it for a second. I have a book. I have a book I read. It said to create a good president. And I thought I was tripping when I read this. It said all you need is a good-looking smile, a nice middle-aged man, and he got to be over 6 feet tall. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, that's crazy. Ronald Reagan was an actor who they put in this position, made him president, and all kind of things happened. These aren't my words. You can look it up. If you don't know who I am, like I said, I'm Said, your boy Said. This is your hostess.
Yes, dysfunctional world.
Right. And we have a vast array of knowledge that if you go double check, fact check us, you'll be like, God damn, they're right.
They actually own it. Yeah. But it's the truth. When you look at, once again, Barack Obama, you know what I'm saying, being 6 foot, nice smile, you know what I'm saying, charismatic, in shape. Bill Clinton was a jazz musician, played saxophone, 6 feet tall, actually. You know what I'm saying? So
both Bushes, both George Bushes.
Goes on and on and on. There's certain criteria because they need you to need you to appeal to the masses in a certain way.
Now, not all presidents are that.
Not right.
But the ones towards the 19th century, not 21st century, 20th century, those last 10, 15 presidents, yes, all over 6 feet, nice smile, charismatic. This is the recipe to become a president. Or, in this case, this is the recipe to become a puppet.
Absolutely.
But how much does a puppet cost?
How much is that puppet in the window?
I tried to be a ventriloquist once. Ventriloquist. One time. And I found out that one of those puppets, they don't even draw puppets, dolls. One of those dolls costs as upward as $3,500. But trust me, the master paid a lot more than $3,500 for his puppet. Y'all think about that.
Now, everybody know that the puppet, right? He's a businessman. So if anybody can bring him a business deal or show him something pertaining to business.
Hold on. Yes, Delta. Foreigners do not pay taxes on their properties.
Absolutely. And big shout out to Deuce. We see you. Deuces. We know you at work, so we appreciate you for tuning in.
We appreciate you, Deuce. Thank you.
That's what's up.
Delta, Deuce, Annie.
We
love y'all.
For real. Everybody else, once again, we shouting y'all out. This go for you. We didn't send out no invites on purpose tonight. We want to see who's tapping in with us. You know what I'm saying? Who got their notifications set? Because for us to have to send out invites week after week,
we lose people's engagement in the first 5 minutes because we be sending out invites.
Right, because we sitting here on our phone. Right. And I'm going to keep doing this every few minutes.
$40 million. Now, what if I told you that this puppet cost $800 million? Would y'all believe that?
Absolutely. Because
$800 million.
Tesla's going to bring money. He's going to bring money. He's going to bring business deals. And let's be honest, the puppet is all about business. He's all about doing business.
I'm a businessman. Let me handle business. Damn.
Right. He said, I'm a businessman, not a business. No, he said, I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman. 2 ways, both ways.
Double entendre.
Right. Like he's a business, but also he's a business man. Like, you know, he's like, man, come on. Yeah. So, but anyway, the puppet is all about business. We all know this.
All about it.
So for him to team up with one of the ultimate, with actually the ultimate businessman in the world, that says a lot. And of course, they're going to be trying to pull strings and cut out certain things that both of them see are not working. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of reservations about that, y'all.
Is it that it's
can't
not
say
working?
Too much on here because we might get another strike. But
or is it that it doesn't benefit them?
Well, no. The business that they're doing does benefit them.
No. I'm saying the thing they're cutting out.
It does.
It does benefit.
Yeah, because to them they're saving money, and they can use that money for something else. I.e., give it to their cronies who are going to give them a cutback. So it does benefit them when they say we're going to cut out Social Security, right? Or we're going to cut out.
It is technically being
education funding or funding for HBCUs. But then you turn around and you take that money and you put it into solar panels. Hypothetically, no one's going to get a kickback.
Yes, you own one tonight.
I'm just saying, you know, hey, man, that's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it from that aspect, you're like, oh, damn, it does. Hey, it should get hot, too. You know, from that aspect, it directly benefits them, right? And when you think about here in our state, the school I went to and our rival
school I went to
and a few other schools directly have been hurt. Me and my wife was reading that Social Security office downtown lost 100 people. They lost 100 workers. So this is how it directly affects us, especially when you have loved ones, your auntie who's older, your uncle, your grandma, who goes to the Social Security office, who go to some of their programs and stuff like that for the elderly people. You see what I'm saying? And now they can only go once a week, where before it might have been 3 times a week.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like you literally are feeling this. Yeah. And if you're not feeling it, you know someone who is. Right here in your own neighborhood. It don't matter if you poor, if you rich, if you middle class. It's directly affecting all of us.
Because unless you're a billionaire or a high-priced millionaire,
right.
It just trickles. It's just water that trickles down.
Barry and Banks, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. But and it's the truth though.
He said this. Say it again.
Okay, so It's directly affecting everybody. Social Security programs, dialysis programs, going to the doctor on Medicare, Medicaid, all this other stuff, right? That your grandma, that your uncle, your aunties, just the old dude in the neighborhood that you knew who may have had some ailments. They were going 3 times a week. Now they can only go 1 because that's all the funding. In our city alone, 100 people at the Social Security office have lost their job. 100 people, y'all.
Now,
This is how it affects us directly.
I know y'all thinking like 100 people. That's not really a lot.
You gotta understand, for a city like us,
Yeah.
where we may only have, let's say they got 200 people, 300, let's say 300 people. Let's give them benefit of the doubt. 300 people.
300 people.
And 100 people lost their job. That's 33% of the workforce.
Down.
Now you think about the workload was already a lot on these 300 people.
Right.
You take away 33%. Now the workload is quadrupled on these people. You see what I'm saying? But the services get cut down, and our elderly need this. They need to go to dialysis, or they need these medications, or they need this therapy sessions,
Yes.
these physical therapy sessions 3 times a week.
Yeah.
They need that, or they need their blood work done.
Suffer from a heart attack or a stroke.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Need that
they
rehab.
need that speech therapy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The rehab,
Mobility.
the pills, the mobility specialists. They need this. So for us to lose that, it hurts. And then, like I said,
Give
y'all,
me a green one. Give me a green one. Yeah.
y'all, we
You didn't like it.
It was okay.
you like the green one better.
I just like the green one better. Yeah.
Here in Birmingham, right? We're not as big as some of y'all that live in the major cities. Now, we're not as small as some other cities, but we're not as big as people from Atlanta, Chicago, New York. You know what I'm saying? LA. Some of these bigger cities where they like literally have thousands of people. So those 300 people who work at the Social Security building, Social Security office, that means everything to a lot of these folks. That means everything.
Yeah.
Because one, you get to know them on a person-to-person basis,
Yeah.
and they get to build a rapport with these people, so they can help them even better. You see what I'm saying? Even more.
There was a question charged to this.
Okay, what was the question?
The question was, do you think America will rally together and impeach the puppet? No.
I don't. But now I will say this: I think that the people will rally together. Impeach him? I don't think so. But let me tell you this: it's so many people who voted for this man,
Voted for the puppet.
who is now
The world's
got a
biggest puppet.
slap in the face. They got a slap in the face because they voted for him, and everything that he said went right against them. People also, let me say this: y'all need to understand about these tariffs that's about to take place on March 4th. March 4th. March 1st is Saturday, so March 4th is like Wednesday. You know what I'm talking about? Some shit like that.
Something like that.
And these tariffs take place then, right? So you're talking about the ones coming from Mexico and Canada.
And China.
No, these two in particular.
Okay.
That kick off on March 4th.
Okay.
So it's going to be so many grocery items that's about to skyrocket, y'all. And you got to understand it. But also, let me say this: the small business owner who order items from Mexico and from Canada, you have to pay the tariff, and now you got to up the cost to your customer, which means you're going to lose customers. This is what tariffs mean, and like a lot of people don't understand about the tariffs.
So, to speak,
It's the truth. I'm just saying,
what
y'all.
he's talking about. So, I don't know if y'all are familiar, but this likes to shop at DHK. If you know about it, you know about it. If you don't, you don't. But
If you don't, you just found out about it.
when
You mean say it like the shop there?
Yeah, when I put my order in, they sent me a message that said, if the seller has to raise the price, you are responsible for that.
Absolutely.
I said, what?
Right.
And I ordered like 7. I ordered 7 items.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent me a message before they completed my order. If the shipper has to pay more money, you're agreeing to take this money out of your account.
Right.
This is-
Mm-hmm.
Now, I said yes because I really wanted the merchandise. But think about that. If everybody that's buying anything all of a sudden has to come out of their hard-earned money
Mm-hmm.
to
Don't
pay
make sense.
extra, like they already give you a price. The price might be $40,
Right.
and now all of a sudden it's $45.
Right.
So they got to take 5. You might have ordered 10 items. So Now that's $50 on top of your 45. Your order might have came to 63. With 55 on top of that 63, you're looking at $200. Easy. Not maybe not 200. I'm exaggerating.
111 or 118.
But you're looking at a huge. And if you didn't have the money to afford that, you're either not going to get your items, or you're going to be missing somewhere else.
And that's the truth. And see, the thinking is, if you raise the price of the items, then the American small businessman will stop ordering from them, and that's how it's going to hurt the overseas person, right? That's the thinking. But it's like, no, because these people need their quote unquote re-up on whatever it is that their business sells. So they're going to continue to order from these people. They just don't have to up the price on American person. In the chat,
to their customers.
In the chat, he said eggs is already up, and you're absolutely right, Delta. And everything else is about to go up too.
Things that people don't deem to be too important. See, me, I'm not worried about the eggs because I don't really buy eggs, but I buy egg white. So egg white can go up, and it won't really affect me.
Right.
But if I was someone who bought eggs by the dozen or by the 24 pack or by however many they come, and I really like eggs, I'm fucked up. I'm in a fucked up predicament.
Absolutely, you are. Because who can afford, like, y'all know I work out. And I wanted to do a prep, you know what I'm saying? We work out, exactly.
We work out.
So during a certain part of my prep, when I'm trying to drop weight or cut up, I eat eggs in the morning, or I eat egg whites. And I eat 12. That's a dozen. You think I'm going to spend $10 for a dozen of eggs every day? Just for the eggs? No. So guess what I cut out my diet? Eggs.
Just like that.
Just like that. Just that simple.
They already got pesticides in the fruit and the vegetables. But
right.
They tell you, they market to you that you need to eat more fruits and vegetables. Why would you need to eat more fruits and vegetables that got pesticides?
Hey, Carol. Hey, Auntie.
You really care about your life and you don't want
D, what's happening, bro? Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you tuning in. Varian Barks, thank you for watching as well.
These pesticides cause poisons. Like I said before, like your boy has said before, if you live on a farm and you have a well and your well is contaminated, it won't affect you, it won't affect your kids, it won't affect nobody. But when new people come on that land that ain't been there as long as you've been there, they gonna get sick.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna get organ failure.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna get all kinds of bad things happening. They might go open eye. But
Annie just said in the past when she tried to order food from Canada, right, because they don't have the chemicals that the U.S. have, they wouldn't allow it to come in the country.
Now you tell me that our government ain't trying to kill us. Look, everybody thought COVID, and I'm gonna say it because I know it's a lot of people that have been thinking it, wondering it, or whatever. I'm gonna say two things. COVID was not real, but it was real. The symptoms of the flu that they gave us were very real. People who had cardio problems or respiratory issues, they passed away. A lot of them. It simmered down the population.
Mm-hmm.
John D. Rockefeller wanted to take over America, and he felt like there was too many people in the world. He sent a lot of people to war. A lot of innocent people went to war and got killed. The population became smaller. In today's America, COVID is the same thing as a Vietnam. It had random casualties. It took out a bunch of. It took out probably a whole generation. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It probably took out a good one or two elderly generations. A whole one or two, and it might have took out a few. There was a few casualties that were young people. It wasn't aimed to kill young people. It was aimed to get rid of the older people who collect Social Security, who collect benefits and pensions. It was aimed at those people because those people had old money.
And you know what else?
Go ahead.
It was aimed to take out the people who knew what was going on. The people who was voting the most. The people who knew the woo, as y'all would say. You know what I'm saying? They was already here. These are like you said, the older generation of people who paid attention to politics, who paid attention to those congressmen, those aldermen, the city councilmen. You see what I'm saying? That's who we took out. Now you left with a lot of middle-aged people who may not be as knowledgeable as those old people were, because they, like he said, they was already retired collecting the check. And like he said, killing off a lot of, unaliving a lot of them saved the government a lot of money, a lot of fucking money, because now you ain't got to send out those checks no more.
Because
So
everybody else,
two birds with one stone.
everybody else ain't eligible for those checks. So if you're not a certain age and you haven't had enough work credit, you're not eligible for certain things. And it's funny. I have two insurances, but one of my insurances I got from the marketplace. And it's funny because the other day, they call me every day. I'm gonna be honest. They call me like 20 sometimes a day, and I get sick of it. I get angry. I get mad. But listen.
Who we got in the building, y'all? Y'all see the homie in the building, man.
They call 20
Got
sometimes
another
a day.
camera over here too, bro.
They call 20 sometimes a day.
I see him. Come on in, man.
They are
Hello, how are you tonight?
purposely told me. I answered one of the calls the other day. Purposely, they told me that
Put this down here for
if
you,
you
man.
go forward, you're giving us the right.
Oh, I
to
appreciate that, bro. I
discontinue
appreciate that, man.
Your
Man, I had to put in a
marketplace
lot of
insurance.
study time,
Are you cool with that?
but I got
As
it.
me
Though.
being your boy said,
First time out.
I said no.
First time out. I
For the
got
simple
it.
fact, there's no reason why I want to pay for health insurance
No, I'm
if I don't
ready
have
to
to pay for health insurance.
Yeah, I'm ready.
That's I got you.
Yeah, well,
But
I get a raise. You know,
it's
so
crazy
I can keep
because
my job, too, you know what I'm talking about? So.
It really said that.
Yeah,
like the
but
voice,
some other
the voice
benefits we'll talk
prompt said,
about.
if you go forward, you're giving us the okay to
Aunt Lover,
discontinue
what's up, bro?
your marketplace, insurance.
With a chick on top?
No, I don't want to talk to them. No. And the guy was like, all you gotta do is talk to the person, and we'll take your number out of the queue and we'll start calling you. Just keep calling me then. And I don't even use that one like that. But it's just it's a good safety net to know that I have one if I need one, other than the one that I do use.
All right, so Delta said, "What's happening, Chief?" And then Andy, blue heads are wise, not easily deceived. Delta said, "I had it too." So they talk about pneumonia that was actually worse than COVID.
Yes.
COVID was for some people, it was a big scam.
A lot
of things that happened, right, that went on.
Fake medicine.
Well, fake videos, fear mongering tactics that went on. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that.
Overinflated numbers of deaths. Overinflation of numbers of effects and things like that.
Yeah, I'll take another one. Absolutely. It was a lot of things that were going on during COVID that just didn't.
And then they have a broadcast.
Sense.
They have a broadcast that stood in front of Congress, and he says, "Sir, was COVID real?" And he says, "No, sir. We made it all up, and we gave them Pfizer or Johnson & Johnson, and it was not approved
and
to
love
help
in the
anything."
building.
So if people say this,
Hold on, I'm
and
gonna
now,
give you a
it's
shout out
crazy
on
because
YouTube, man.
if
for
you
real.
try to look up those videos, I believe those people are deceased now.
Oh, hey, let me say this too, man. We normally don't do this, but this the homie, right? So big shout out to KK Sai. Also, big shout out to Folk Nation. They in the building, they watching us, and they asked me to give them a shout out.
Folk Nation.
Folk Nation, they in the building.
Okay.
Big shout out to the Folk Nation, they in the building. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Big love, big shout out to Aunt Lover. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what's up. COVID was about that bread and and that boo thing. Absolutely. It was definitely about that money.
Yes.
Definitely about that
A friend
money.
of mine, sister works at a nursing home. Everyone that died unalived during the time, it was marked as a Roma corona death, even though they were 99 years old. Exactly.
Hell yeah. I mean, and then you got to understand. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
The only thing I'm gonna tell y'all, fear and finances are the only ways you control people.
Those are two very powerful ways. Two very powerful ways.
From the days of the Romans, you either capture and kill, conquer and divide, or you create something that's an epidemic.
Yep.
I'm sorry, pandemic,
Hmm.
and then
Well,
you take away funds.
Um,
The epidemic has been there. It's happened. Would there be
put it inside.
anti? How do you not?
Oh, no, that's
Will,
good.
will the puppet be? Will the puppet get in a position where? Will the puppet get in a position where he's the all power, all seer? No, that won't happen. He's trying. He's persuading a few people, but no, because everybody don't like the fact that they cousin, auntie, uncle, aunt, grandma ain't getting funded no more.
Yep.
Everybody don't like the fact that they shop online overseas, and now they got to pay $15 million more than what they anticipated paying.
Mm-hmm.
But they already had a profit margin in their head, and now it's blown out the water, and they might only get 6 to 7% of that profit margin, where they were probably going to get 15 to 20% of it. That's a lot of money gone.
And I want to take it back for a second. First, let me see who said it. Andy said it. It was a lot of deaths during that time that got accredited. Let's say that to COVID. And like she said, people be 99 years old, pass up a natural death. Guess what's on their birth certificate? COVID.
Death certificate.
Right.
Death.
They had a stroke. COVID.
Mm-hmm. COVID.
You know what I'm talking about? It don't matter what it was.
COVID.
Yeah. And it's like, that's untrue.
That's
called,
untrue.
That's called cooking the books.
That's called cooking.
You know what I'm saying?
Books.
You were adding all these things into COVID. Now listen, let me say this too.
It's also fraud.
There were a lot of people who legit had COVID. Legitimately.
There was a legitimate people who had the flu and it got out of hand.
True, but and that's all COVID was a overcase version of the flu.
That's
right?
it.
But there were some people who legitimately had it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And passed away.
And passed away.
Right.
Yes.
Very true. I don't want nobody to think that we're saying that that's fake. But there was a lot of
as a whole
people who were unalive or passed away during that time, and it was accredited to that, and it wasn't the case. That's how those numbers were so inflated. You know what I'm saying?
We're leaving the earth in massive numbers.
And it's
no,
like,
we're not.
Now also though, because I want to get it back. Because you know, because we definitely went off topic. We went astray a little bit. Like they know we gonna do that though. Bringing it back to the puppet and the puppet master, right?
Puppet and the puppet master.
The puppet master is pulling these strings, but that's what a puppet master does. He pulls strings to manipulate things, but in this case, it's two businessmen. So the puppet is being
controlled
by another businessman. And they're both seeing things from a business perspective, right? And then they're twisting it to their personal perspective. And that's where the problem comes in, because if it was straight up business, okay, cool, whatever. They both, one is very successful and the other one had been successful at some point, at a few points, right? But when you put your personal agenda in this and you start doing this and doing that and doing this, that's when it becomes a problem, because Tesla, and I say Tesla talking about the man, not the company, but the man. He's successful. He's successful. And if he did things on a straight up level, then okay, you'd be like, okay, cool. But he done teamed up with somebody who we know filed for bankruptcy 7 times, who we know do things for his cronies or his homies, so they can benefit, so they can give him kickbacks. We know this. So it's like, it starts to become, go ahead. What you got?
I was going to say, he's such a businessman and opportunist, the puppet, that when Alabama was thinking about legalizing gambling, he not only built but invested in a casino in Mobile that never got to open, because they were like, wait a minute, we don't want to gamble. We want to go to Mississippi, or we want to go to Atlanta and play the lotto, or we want to go to Tennessee and play lotto. We want to go to Mississippi and go to Biloxi and play casino. We don't want that here. This not here. We don't believe that the people here will do right by the money if we put a casino or a lottery here. Hence, we don't have one. But like if you were listening, people go to Atlanta, Georgia. They go to Georgia. I'm gonna say Georgia. I ain't gonna say this Atlanta. People go to Georgia state line or Tennessee state line,
or Mississippi.
Mississippi ain't got lotto.
Oh no, they got casinos.
Yeah, they got casinos.
Yeah.
They go to Mississippi for casinos.
Mm-hmm.
They go to,
like I said, Tennessee and Georgia.
For the lotto.
Uh-huh.
And their lotto benefits their schools,
Yep. The roads,
the roads,
everything, the jail
City,
system,
the jail.
and, you know.
But-
Yeah.
Our puppet wants to take away school funding. Now, I don't know about you, but I got a kid that's still in school. So that bothers me because he's already not learning anything from the teaching curriculum that they have already. So to take the funding away means that you got a lot more teachers coming to school that don't give a yeah.
See, and then that brings about a whole new different topic. You know what I'm talking about teachers and, like you said, curriculums and funding in schools and overcrowded classrooms, and you know what I'm saying. But now once you cut that, now what they have, it was already bad. Now you're making it worse.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like they keep lying to us and saying, "Oh, well, we're trying to do this for this reason and do that for this reason." And
How you
then
gonna piss on us and call it rain?
all these people who voted for him, now they're getting a slap in the face. All these
Pissing on you and
people,
calling it rain.
all these people who didn't know that they were getting government funding. You know what I'm talking about? Government assistance. Let me say that because everybody know that term. It was so many people who didn't know that they were getting government assistance until it was cut off. Well, guess what? This is what you voted for. And now you have people complaining, and y'all know the people I'm talking about. Y'all know the people who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But now they're complaining about this stuff. So you starting to look at it, you're like, damn, so you're going to cut government funding, government housing, government assistance. And who are the biggest people that take up all three of those categories? It's not us. But these are the people who voted for him thinking that it was going to, well, not understanding that it was going to affect them. Not understanding, thinking that it was gonna hurt another particular group of people. And it's like, man, you gotta do your Googles, as they say, or do your research and understand who's benefiting the most
Do your research.
from a lot of these categories, from a lot of these government issue programs. So when you think about the SNAP program, which is now food, we know that food stamp, but they call it SNAP now, right? EBT. Who benefits the most from EBT? It's not us, y'all. We don't have the numbers.
I mean, our people are on it.
No, I'm not saying we're not.
Our people benefit, but
look, let me say this. And I've said this before. It is more of their women. It's more of their women on EBT than it is black people as a whole, as a collective in this country. It's more white women on food stamps than it is black people.
I got one.
You have to understand what I just said right there. You have to understand what I just said. I really did. Slow it down. I just dissed you.
Yeah. But did you know? The DEI that most affected the world, America, is the airplane people, the airlines. So if you feel brave,
DEI did not. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
To get on an airplane right now. That's on you. But understand.
No, this is excuse me, not this, but Delta's right. Go ahead.
Understand the master in this situation got his money because he said he didn't want a paycheck. He paid somebody for their brain, their invention, and he got stocks. So he went to the bank and he said, I have X number of stocks that are valuable for this amount of money. Give me a loan. He got the loan. He flipped the money a couple times. Then he paid the loan off. Did it again. He did it several times.
Right.
He doesn't have $1 billion in cash. He doesn't pay taxes on anything because his businesses are Canadian and his funds are not cash or transferable cash. Right. They're exchangeable for cash, but they're not transferable as cash.
You got to be familiar with the term stock options and stuff like that, and how the stock versus tax is played out. Absolutely. Excuse me, I keep saying this. Delta said DEI didn't affect us. Delta's on it. So big shout out to Delta tonight. Listen, y'all know who that affected the most? And once again, it's the same people that I was just talking about. White women benefited the most by the numbers, by the U.S. government census. White women was the most, the ones who used it the most, who used DEI the most to come up. So once they took away DEI, guess who was affected the most? White women. Women. I'm just saying, you have to understand. So when they went voting for this stuff and ready to pass these laws and these bills, they didn't even know who they was voting against. Themselves. And this is just according to the government report, government census, government numbers.
The greatest trick
That's
the
what's
devil
crazy.
ever did was pretend
Convincing
like
you that he didn't exist. You know what I'm talking
The
about?
greatest trick that John D. Rockefeller ever tried was taking over America. He didn't see a jail cell. He didn't go to court. He didn't get tried. That's espionage. That is traitorism. Look, in America, if you are a traitor, labeled, convicted, or even indicted as a traitor, that is a punishable offense by death. Traitor. Espionage.
January 6th, they were traitors.
All
That's
of
treason.
those.
All of them were treason.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Treason.
January 6th, the
Even though he
insurrection.
pardoned them,
Yeah.
that was treason.
But it's the reason he pardoned them. He had to pardon them because they
He
were
did.
all freaking treasonous.
Yes.
All of them.
Yes.
The insurrectionists,
And the fact that a
that's
puppet
treason.
can get nominated after being convicted, not of one, not of two, but 7 things, 7 federal crimes. And now they're paying the price because he wants to get rid of the federal bureaus.
Yeah, he trying to get rid of, first of all, the IRS. He trying to get rid of them, and damn near on actually finna do it, and gonna create the ERS, the External Revenue Service. So IRS is internal. Now he wants to create the External Revenue Service. Trying to get rid of the feds, the FBI.
Did you know that Canada legalized drugs?
Yeah, they have a universal healthcare system.
They legalized drugs. They got a universal health care. Canada is fine doing Canada things. Americans can't live like Canada.
Even though we should, but yeah.
We should,
But-
it might be more beneficial. We might stop getting pesticides in our fruits and vegetables, but we can't live like Canada. Canada has a lot of people, but not as many as America. Everybody around the world wants to get to America. Do you not understand that we are getting fucked by our own people in America? And it's not even us per se, us, it's people in general. Like I said, they're trying to get rid of older generations. That takes in at least 100 million to 200 billion dollars. The older people. Treason.
It's amazing how that works, though. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing because a lot of people don't look at it by the numbers, right? When you got people who work 40, 50 years and they get a retirement check.
They deserve that.
No, I'm saying, but check me out.
Okay.
They get a retirement check.
Right.
They get SSI benefits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they get, I can't think of the other one right now, but they get 3 checks.
Mm-hmm. Pension.
Like maybe a pension or whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying?
Retirement 401k.
Right. So they're getting all this money. If the government cannot have to pay them, you know how much they save from 100,000 people passing away, 50,000 people passing away. They
Is that
save
almost enough to get us out
lot
of debt?
of money. Would never be out of debt because one, the debt ain't real. And I mean,
We're
I'm
not
just
gonna talk about
saying
that.
that's another conversation.
This,
But
we're not going to talk about that.
that's right. You're right.
All right.
And if it was, they have no intentions on paying. Zero. Debt has value. Debt has value. Understand that. Debt has value.
It does.
So one, they're never going to pay that debt back. Ever.
Hey, Morg, glad you're in the building. I've been trying to reach out to you, see if you was okay. Are you okay?
Morg, what's happening, Morg? Appreciate you tuning in.
Fake debt.
Yes. Trudeau is not a good guy. Trudeau, who's the Prime Minister of Canada. Oh, yeah, Prime Minister. But they don't have a president.
No, they're not
Yeah.
president.
And he's not. So you do your Googles on him as well. You know what I'm saying? He got his pitfalls too. And he talking about he made the statement, if we go to war with the US, a lot of bodies gonna drop or something like that, right? And me and my wife were talking about this. And she actually disagreed with me, right? But I said if we was having to go to war with Canada, they would lose like a summer bit. Would we feel it? Absolutely we would, because they ain't no punk.
No.
But we would fucking
Decimate.
we would do the damn thing to them. Do
It'd
this
be
damn
the
thing to
worst
them.
slaughter
Like,
since World War One.
Now, don't get it twisted. They got some stuff,
Yeah,
and we would lose some people too
We
to
gonna
let
lose-
them
we
know
gonna
that they
lose
put
some.
up a fight.
Yeah.
But absolutely, they would get destroyed. In my opinion,
They
they
got
would
more
get
druggies.
destroyed.
They got more druggies than they have.
Well, I
sober
mean,
people.
they don't have enough people.
No, they don't have enough people.
They military is good military. Don't get it twisted. Now, don't get no. It's good. They have a decent military, but it's not us. We are the world police. We are the military arm of the cabal. Of the cabal, the U.S. is the military force. Spain is the religious part.
Right.
You see what I'm
The
saying?
Vatican.
Right, and all that stuff. They're the religious part. We are the military part. Don't come over here thinking that, or don't
Rampart
challenge
candles.
us. Don't challenge us thinking that you gon' man. No, just no. It's not gonna happen. But we will lose a lot of people. And me and my wife were talking about this. You know what I'm saying? And you know whether she agree with me, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
We would win.
Yeah.
We would win. I'm sorry, but the reason why China, Russia, North
They're thinking about
Korea,
it.
even now the trio don't want to go to war against
They're
us.
thinking about it,
Yeah, they've been thinking about it.
but they got good sense.
You know what they did? They formed BRICS, BRICS, Britain, Russia, India, China, South Korea, BRICS. And what they're trying to do is take us out economically.
That's what they're trying to do.
They're trying to put all their money together,
Yeah, they're trying
right?
to
So
defund
that
our
their
currency.
single currency could be higher and greater than ours.
Uh-huh.
That's how they're trying to take
more
us out.
transferable.
Right. Because
Yeah.
they understood that militarily you can't do it.
Uh-uh.
You
It ain't-
can't do it. And you talking
in
about
a place of lie, they got a military
Brazil,
like us.
Russia, India, China, South Korea, and they couldn't do it as a military. 5 countries can't do it as a military. They understand what we got, so they said we're gonna do it economically, from an economic standpoint.
We still got stuff they don't have, but they have. Like I was informed because I used to say they don't have what we have, but they have the shells that cause more damage, that magnifies the amplitude of whatever they have. But we have stuff
Well,
that just decimates. Period.
and the
And
problem
it's
is,
not even humanely sane to use on other people. So
and
we created the Genova Code. Geneva.
Geneva
Code.
Convention,
Geneva
Geneva
Code,
Convention. Well, and also, we all know, especially with the person that we have in the office now, if war gets started, he pushing all the buttons. He's sending
puppet.
everybody. He's sending all the special forces.
Yeah.
Like he's sending all their asses.
Yeah.
Now, but and let me say this, China got some shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
but he know, and Russia got some shit too.
They know.
But the fact that Russia can't even beat fucking Ukraine right now,
Not easily.
y'all tied up with them. All the other ones ain't really a factor because he's gonna start hitting economic tariffs and sanctions and all this other stuff on Russia and India and Saudi Arabia. So now you pretty much only got to deal with China, and China ain't gonna be no punk. But at the same time, they don't
We
want
do
this
this in what we
smoke.
get Japan.
I mean, they ready though.
That's
They
fine.
ready. They
That's fine.
got all type of new shit.
So China be in the future too. That's
Yes.
fine. But they have to rebuild.
Yeah.
They have to do a lot of
Well,
rebuilding.
they don't want the smoke.
It'll never be another Pearl Harbor attack.
Oh no.
That'll never happen again.
No.
9/11 will never happen again.
No. Well, I don't believe 9/11 really happened. Well, I don't believe that it was a terrorist attack. Let me say that.
It wasn't.
I don't believe
It was a
that.
presidential attack.
Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh.
Anyway.
What you just said. What you said.
I can't say that again.
Uh-oh.
Can't say that again.
You hear Sid over here tripping, man.
Hold this. I can't say
Sid
that
over here
no more.
tripping, man. Come on, Sid.
Can't say that again.
All right.
Just know
We just, yeah.
those incidents will never happen again. Vietnam will never happen again.
There's a lot of stuff that never happened.
But
Yeah.
I can tell you, Hiroshima could always happen again. Now, we'll suffer too. Don't get me wrong.
But
They drop one over here, but they're only going to drop it in the major cities to kill the majority of the
let me
people.
tell you why I don't think it'll ever happen again.
Okay?
I don't think it ever happen again because they know what we gonna do. They know that we would drop the bomb on them, right? And it will be blowback. Of course it would. I think now everybody's trying to come at us from a cyber attack point of view.
Yeah.
Cyber attack,
They want us to kill off each other.
right?
Get rid of our lights and power.
because by the numbers, per 100 Americans, there's 125 guns. Think about that. That's one of the reasons that we'll never be invaded, because the citizens themselves, for real. This is what the government knows,
Yes.
and we use this.
Whether we have power or not.
Right. Per 100 citizens, there's 125 guns. So that means the citizens itself is our own militia, and we will come together to fight for the country. They know this. They know this. So therefore, we won't be invaded. So they got to come to us through what? Social media, cyber attacks, the dark web, stuff
TikTok.
like that, TikTok, right, and all these other avenues and ventures to where they can get our identities and all of the other stuff, because they don't want to do just a head up fight. Countries have tried that in the past. In other countries, like, no, we don't want this to happen to us. We don't want this to happen to us.
Bully.
We really are. We really are.
Physically and ammunitionary wise.
And how do you take down a bully? You find their weakness, and it's not in the head of fight. It's not in any type of physical confrontation at all.
Dropping any weapons,
right?
Any bombs, any nukes.
You find their weakness somewhere else.
Our weakness is cyber.
Our weakness is cyber. So that's what they do. They'll take us out through a cyber attack. They'll drop viruses on certain things and stuff like that.
So we got some hackers that they can counteract that shit.
Absolutely.
But they got to be on. They got to be on the United side.
And they're not though. But they're not. And that's what I'm saying. So they know that's our weakness.
They see how we fuck around and operate.
Well, I mean, like you said, we have good IT people, tech people, cyber people, same way they do, right?
We got some killers.
But the problem is, a lot of them don't fool with our government. They're not loyal to our government the way they are to Russia or the way some of the other countries got. They take people loyal to them.
Yes. Yes.
Our tech people can be paid off. They can be bought off.
Yes.
They can be like, hey, I'll give you $100 million US for you to like go to sleep.
Yeah.
For 12 hours.
Yeah.
So we don't want you to mess up with what we're trying to do to y'all. You see what I'm saying? Like that type of shit.
Yeah.
So absolutely. They ain't gonna fight us head up. They're not gonna do that. So they're gonna come cyber, they're gonna come social media, they're gonna come, you see what I'm saying? And it is what it or
that sounds like
what?
Mustard
on the beat. Or you're seeing some countries right now, check this out, and I want y'all to stay with me for y'all. Don't say I'm tripping. Some countries are offering US citizens free housing. You can buy a house for $1. One. It
was $2.
It's $1.
It was $2. The dude said that
it was some for $2, but it was some for $1.
Okay.
You can buy a house for $1 in certain countries if you're an American citizen.
You gotta have enough to fix it up.
Exactly.
Okay.
So they looking at it from that aspect. You see what I'm saying? So when you just think about that, y'all. Think about that, and you like, golly, y'all, that's crazy right there.
Yeah, EMPs will cause the U.S. to go sideways, but EMPs are also created by us.
What's an EMP? Electronic,
mechanical.
Wait a minute. No. Electronic magnetic pulse.
Yeah.
Electronic magnetic pulse. So it'll wipe out anything electronic, anything, cell phones, TVs, watches, power towers, all them transformers, all of that will be gone, wiped out. Only thing it won't wipe out is like a generator.
Yeah.
Then it run off gas. You know what I'm saying?
Or a backup battery, right?
Right, or a backup battery.
They're not plugged into the wall when they go off. So
yeah. But electromagnetic pulse. EMP. Yep.
Except for batteries, right? And radios. Yep. CB radios, right?
CB, right. Because if you have a Duracell, it's gonna wipe out the Duracell. Because the pulse is so strong, it's gonna burn up that Duracell battery.
Burn up the Duracell, yeah.
So that's why when he said a backup battery, which means it runs off a plug-in, but it also has a battery in it.
Right? You charge that battery,
plug-in, but that battery gonna kick right in.
Right. But now when that plug-in, when that backup stops,
that's it.
It's over with.
Right. So,
but they're hoping that we turn into eat or be eaten.
Better have you a fucking generator that run off gas, diesel.
But flashlights and handguns, they still not coming over here. Whether it's daytime or nighttime or wilderness, like they can turn a bunch of people into zombies. We're still gonna do what we do.
It's still gonna be those same 125 guns per 100 people. It's still gonna be there. It's always gonna be there.
And we're not even talking about just adults. Like kids shoot too.
And what's funny is I think about that, and I'm thinking about myself. Right? The ratio of guns to people in my house is actually 2 to 1. 2 to 1 as far as guns to people. Guns to people is 2 to 1. Everybody in my house can get 2 guns. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And they are spread out throughout the house. So you come in there, wherever you get me cornered at, I'm shooting. Wherever. I'm fuming. You know what I'm talking about? The kitchen, bathroom, living room, the den, the garage. I don't care, the bedroom, wherever, because it's 2-to-1 as far as you know what I'm saying. But that's what, and you got to think like, okay, my coworkers, right? I got a lot of white coworkers. They have a gun safe full of guns. You talking about 15 to 20. It ain't but like 2 adults and 2 kids in that house, and they got 20 guns. So
they ain't run out of ammo
no time soon. One of my coworkers told me
he went up in there. You might.
He went and bought 2,000 rounds for every gun he got. 2,000. So you got to think about that, right? And this is here in the South. Like, first of all, let me say that in the South they don't play about they don't play. Up north, I know they do their thing. Out west, I know they do their thing as well. In the South, though, you don't want to see these boys. I'm telling you,
they're different in the South.
You don't want to.
They gonna be killed.
And I'm not hating.
They gonna kill.
But here in the South, these boys, black and white and Asian, don't matter because everybody adapt to the same thing. They all about big guns or what they call long guns.
Chopsticks.
Right. Choppers, F&Ns, KR, 30-30s, Winchesters, Drakes. They all about that. So, like, these boys down here, they different. They different, y'all.
Yeah.
They different.
302s.
Right.
Green
like,
tips.
You hear everybody talk about the chopper, but you know what the 303 Winchester is? 302 Winchester?
Boy.
Like, that's that shit on the cowboy movies. You know what I'm talking about? Like, these boys not playing, y'all. They got a scope that can see the moon. Like, these people alone.
And he said, yeah, but they put something in the ammo that causes it to expire. Not in all of it.
Not in all of it. No.
Because actually, once a bullet is packed, it can't. The bullets nowadays, once they're compacted, the shell, they do not expire no more. But back in the day, the gunpowder would get old.
Right. Yeah. The same anymore. It's not like that no more. This ammo can last a long time.
This is not handcrafted ammo anymore.
Right. And then that's the other thing. You got people who make their own bullets. They got the presser, and they reuse shells, and they make their own bullets.
Yeah.
They can go out there shooting in the woods, practicing, collect all the stuff, and repack it and make another one.
Sure.
I'm just saying, y'all. Like, this stuff be true, y'all. Like, so that's why I say here in the South, being here in the South for as long as I've been, and all the friends I done made, I done seen it.
Florida,
Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi,
Texas,
Louisiana.
Like,
it's
South
different,
Carolina,
y'all. It's different.
North Carolina, West Virginia.
And the problem is, the reason why it's different is because with long guns, you don't need a permit. You don't need a license. So these boys are shooting at 10 years old. They're learning to shoot. 9, 10.
Maybe not properly.
I mean, not properly, but I'm saying that's like they learn it at that age.
They get formidable with letting that thing.
Yeah, you don't need a license. You don't need a permit. Your daddy, your granddaddy, somebody can teach you to shoot a 30-30, a shotgun or whatever.
Yeah,
at a very young age.
Yeah.
Now, once you start getting into the pistols, that's when the license come in. But shit, here in the South, if you got a shotgun, you can ride around with a shotgun as long as you can just have it standing up. You know what I'm saying? Where they can see it, where it's visible.
You can have a bunch of pistols and not register.
It's crazy, y'all.
Just keep them in your house.
It's just different.
In the South, it's not against the law to have a gun in the house. A pew pew in the house. You can have a whole shop of pew pews in the house.
Yeah.
They don't care. They're not going to come in there and raid you, charge you. They're not going to do anything.
It just is what it is.
If you have one sitting on the seat next to you, you get pulled up, they're just going to tell you to put it in the trunk.
That's all they're going to do,
They're not going to write you it. They're not going to write you a ticket.
Nope.
They're not going to threaten you and say you didn't go to jail. If it has a serial number, that's legal, valid. And you got to sit on the seat. All they're going to ask you to do is take the ammo out, put it in the trunk, and blah, blah, blah. And go on about your business.
Yep.
Do you know what happened to people they invade the South?
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You might as well do somewhere else. Don't do it here.
It's a lot of patriotic people in the South. And it's a lot of racist people in the South.
It is.
But even racists think about the bigger picture in a time of patriotism. So,
look, I gotta say this real quick too, and because I told my wife about this. One of my coworkers who grew up around all black people, right? When I passed my application exam, he said, "Congratulations, my N-word," and he said the word. He said it. And listen, y'all, I laughed. I know y'all like, what? It was hilarious to me.
Because he took it in a playful way.
Right. And then he said, hey,
he
man.
wasn't saying it in a
He wasn't saying it in the derogatory. And then he said, hey, man, don't tell nobody I said that. You know what I'm talking about? He like, don't tell nobody I said that. Just like that. But I already knew that because he already told me his life story and where he grew up at and stuff like that.
Right.
So I already knew that he didn't mean it like that.
Right.
But once he realized it was one other person had heard it, he like, hey, man, don't tell nobody I said that. I'm like, you good. And I laugh. Now, some of y'all might be like, nah, bro, you tripping, man. I ain't gonna let nobody say, listen.
It's all in context.
This ain't the 70s. This ain't the 50s. He didn't say it like that. And I know he did say the words, so y'all might be just saying, it's just the fact that he said it. He was in a congratulatory way.
He did.
And he like, hey, man.
Check it out.
Okay.
I was doing and we pulled up at the household, and they have a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for y'all that don't know, I do Amazon Flex. I drive. I'm not even saying I do it. I drive. And so we pulled up, and they had a dog that didn't have no chain. It was a Saint Bernard.
Hey, that's a big one.
So the person didn't want to get out of the car. I don't blame you. Like,
right.
Because if I get out, it's gonna go a little different.
Right.
So the person looking in the window like this. Oh shit. Watched her do a U-turn, came out, they got mad, put on their shoes and was like, just throw it. Now, if I tell you what color that person was, you'd be like, that was some old bullshit.
Right.
But when the person came out, the dog name was Blue. She said, shut up, Blue, chill out. Which tells me that dog was trained to do certain things to certain people.
So you know your dog is aggressive. You know this.
It's the killing part. It wasn't aggressive at first. It only got aggressive when she came out. Because it felt like his owner might be in danger.
Right. It became protected.
My thing is, if I get out the car, I don't...
Scott, what's
I don't know how to
Scott?
say this. I don't really like animals no more. Like, I don't have a problem with animals, but I'd be damned if one bite me. Like, before your animal bite me, you'll lose the animal.
50 cal is a beast. A 50 cal is a beast.
A 45 is a beast.
It is. But I'm just saying, I responded to
I saw that. 50
cal is, but listen, bro, here in the South, once again, you ever heard of a 302 Winchester, 303 Winchester? That is something serious.
Or 50 cal from a sniper rifle.
When they shooting, y'all may not know, but they're shooting what's called a Lapua round. Lapua. Y'all, this shit gets serious, man. These boys know about this stuff. Lapua round, 303 Lapua rounds. 560 with 560 grain.
Go look that up.
Like, y'all, this shit be way more potent than a 4.5. You know what I'm talking about? Than your standard 9mm or your Glock or hell, even your Draco. Is Winchester is hitting, y'all. That Winchester ain't no joke. A 303 would knock your shoulder out the socket.
Yeah, but that 50 cal sniper rifle.
Oh, ain't nothing beating that. Listen,
drop some shit if it passes by.
It could be 10 of y'all standing in the road, and that 50 cal sniper rifle gonna take all y'all ass down.
Pew, pew.
That's different right there. That's on a whole nother level right there.
That's the shit you're not supposed to shoot at people.
Yeah, like now that's gonna knock your whole back out of place. But that real deal, y'all, that 302, 303 Winchester would knock your shoulder out the socket. Real deal. It's gonna put down anything get hit. I don't care if it's a tree, a fucking hog, a cow, then the person behind all that. It's gonna put you down. That shit be real, y'all. And this the shit that these boys, black and white. Cause like these country boys ain't, man, I'm just trying to tell y'all what we know. We here with them.
Night goggles are good investments. Yeah.
Great thermals, as they call them.
Yeah.
Thermals. Night goggles, thermals. They got people who make their own vests. They own bulletproof vests. Hell yeah. Man, go to the gun show, the Pum Pum show. They got camouflage everything. Camouflage flip-flops. Camouflage clogs. You know, ain't that what they call clogs? Crocs. Camouflage Crocs. In sport mode. In the sport mode strap is camouflage. I'm telling you, camouflage socks. camouflage baseball hats with the Yankee logo on it, but it's camouflage.
They gotta be. They like to shoot at deer. They like to shoot at shit that don't shoot back.
Exactly.
But that's just practice.
Yeah.
The shit moves.
Yes.
But it don't shoot back.
The man told us, he said, God forbid, his exact word, God forbid somebody ever intrude upon his land, they gonna get shot and never see him coming. He said he's shooting from at least 3/4 of a mile away.
That's it?
3/4 of a mile.
Shit, we shoot for 2 football fields away.
But I'm saying, but just think about if somebody encroached upon his land, you're gonna get shot and never even see the person who shot you.
Yes.
And it's just a regular ass dude.
I understand what
this
you're
ain't
saying.
Chris, whatever, the Marine sniper dude. This ain't him. It's just a regular ass farmer dude. He gonna shoot the brakes off you. He gonna shoot you out your shoes.
I mean,
And his wife can shoot like that. And his daughter can shoot like that.
With the right sniper scope.
Yeah.
You can do anything.
Yeah. But this is why they say it's 125 guns per 100 people in this country, and why we would never be invaded, a land invasion, never. I'm just saying. But anyway, y'all, check this out. This has been our show tonight. We had a great conversation tonight. We didn't send out any invites once again on purpose because we wanted to see who was rocking with us, and we appreciate it. We got up to like 9 people in the room at one point. We appreciate all 9 of y'all for rocking with us. Hopefully we get more views, but if not, then it tells us exactly what we needed to know, and it was done on purpose, y'all. We appreciate Annie, of course, Delta, Deuces who was in there. You know what I'm saying? Morg that was in the building. We appreciate y'all because we know that y'all want to tune in and check in with us all the time.
This signed in.
I'm your boy, Dysfunctional's World.
I'm your boy Said. We gonna keep it rocking to the next time. We out of time to the next time.
We screaming, let's talk.
Peace.
Out.